Beaumont police tonight are working to learn more about what prompted a man to fire a shot toward a woman and why he refused to put down a rifle and then pointed it toward officers. Police shot and killed 80-year-old Stanley Leger following the confrontation outside his home Tuesday night in the 3100 block of East Lucas. 3 officers are on administrative leave following the shooting. That is standard procedure in a case involving deadly force. Leger was a longtime taxidermist in Beaumont, and KFDM's Leslie Rangel investigated the circumstances surrounding the shooting to learn what neighbors are saying about Leger.
I was in the house, me and my 2 children, and I heard a gunshot, and I grabbed hold to both of my children.
That was the first gunshot Stephanie Harmon and other neighbors heard Tuesday night. It brought police to this home in the 3100 block of Lucas in North Beaumont. A woman called 911 to report Stanley Leger was shooting at her from across the street.
I had my children, both had one record, one like this, and I would look in my window. I seen Mr. Stanley was standing right here.
When police showed up, they say Leger confronted them.
I seen he had a gun, and I'm like, what Mr. Stanley doing with a gun in his hand? I said, and then I heard a cop say, they said, put the gun down, put the gun down.
Instead of putting it down, he actually pointed it at the officers.
And he would never put it down, and so the only thing I heard go pow.
Police say they fired in self-defense. Hours later, the 80-year-old man died during surgery at a hospital.
It surprised me a whole lot because when I first moved here on the 1st of June, he treated me and my family so well and nice and kind.
Harmon says Leger often played with her children.
And I told him, I said, Mr. Stanley, I said, I ain't never had a landlord like you before. You treated me like I'm your daughter.
This home behind me is where police say Leger was shooting at, but some neighbors paint a different picture of the man who died.
Mr. Leger wasn't a very nice person.
The shop owner did not want to be identified, but says she'd had a few run-ins with Leger.
Oh, everybody felt unsafe around him.
Beaumont Police Chief Jimmy Singletary says Leger didn't have a criminal history.
It's so out of character for him to do this, and as part of our investigation, find out why he did what he did.
Questions about character and reasoning investigators are trying to answer, but everyone seems to agree on one thing.
Because they told him put the gun down. He didn't ever want to put the gun down, so they had to do what they had to do.
He could have shot anybody. Yeah, they did what they had to do.
You just can't let a man point a gun at the police knowing that he's already fired at a citizen and 75 to 80 yards away. So the officers did what they had to do, but that doesn't make it any easier for the officers.
In Beaumont, Leslie Rangel, KFDM 6 News.
Beaumont police say this is the first officer-involved shooting since 2012 where someone has died. The district attorney's office is helping with the internal investigation. It expects to wrap up the probe in the next 2 to 3 weeks.